Welcome back to the SMT garage. Been actually a long time since I've done any YouTube, so I thought I would video some. The BMW, probably the last video was the BMW Driftland. I've now got a coolant leak coming out front of the water pump, so I've got a water pump in order, and the wastegate hoses as well. Gonna kind of reroute them a wee bit and try and get away from heat. Apart from that, that's pretty much ready to go. The van's all loaded up with tires ready to go, so probably STC next year is probably the next time I'm going to use this. But I basically got a new job and I needed kind of a daily car, so I bought a E46 Compact. This is actually, or if you'll find him on YouTube actually, he's called Craig Does Drift, Craig McLeod. This was his old daily. So it's okay. There's like a little bit of rust there, and I think this side's okay, but this side's pretty rusty. This wing, that's pretty horrible. But the cool thing I've done to this is I've actually converted the front to an M3. So I couldn't find that much online about changing these to M3. But yeah, I'll take you through how I'm changing this to an M3 front end, and I'll show you inside as well before we get started with that. So inside is a bit of a rid up like. Craig had a hydro in there and it was just in a rubbish place. So I'm going to mount that there, and I've got a cooler work shifter there as well. So I'm going to put all the trim back in with it and just make it quite neat. I've also got this bucket seat to go in here, but I'm going to need to hoover and clean and got all the dirty marks off the floor. I'm going to keep the rear seats and stuff. So yeah, that's interiors. I'm going to keep it quite stock. I've actually got an M3 pedal for it as well, so I'm just going to put that in because it looks a bit better. But for the wings, this is where the problem is, right? So the M3 bonnet, it pretty much fits straight on, perfect. You just have to change out, there's the little spring latches that lock on. There's like two Torx, I think they're T30 or something like that. Two of them there. You have to change them, take the M3 ones off of the bonnet and use the original springs. I'll show you actually. Right, so that's me pop the bonnet there. Let me see if I can find the thingy. Oh, here's the thingy. Yeah, so these things here, you need to put the original compact ones of these on and they'll just latch straight onto there. But yeah, it's all the same. These are just the original arms and stuff like that. So the M3 bonnet, this is a genuine M3 bonnet, and it's a genuine M3 bumper, and it's coupe front lights, just the same as this on the front, and it's the same compact front slam panel, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, the lights basically bolt onto there, and then the bumper just goes straight on as well. So yeah, I've put a little bolt through there with a riv nut, just holding on to the crash bar, and then yeah, the bumpers just go straight onto the OEM compact fitment there. The main problem with doing this is the lights in the bumper and the bonnet fit no problem, but it's the wings. To get M3 wings to fit, they're too long. They come to about here, so they're too long. So what you can do, you can either cut them and shape them to do it, or what I'm doing is Miles Moyer, his dad has got molds, or I'll put a picture up kind of here of Miles's car, and there's also Josh Duff has the same one. He'll be up here. They both run the same kit, and it's Miles's dad that makes them. So he's basically made an M3 coupe wing have sex with a compact wing, and it's like made it all work here, and he's also done the same on the rear. So I've got rear M3 over fenders coming and M3 fenders for the front coming, and that's just really easy. So I'll just bolt on, and then the rear will just be the same. I'll just use the same fittings as that. So yeah, and then I'm gonna paint the whole car black. I've got loads of black paint. I got like 7 liters of it there, and I used like, I think this has got about 4 liters on it or something total, like inside and out. So this should only take like 2-3 liters or something to paint the whole car. I think I'll go for the same kind of spoiler as the coupe and do like a Huxley one. I think you can buy them. I think they're on eBay. The wing's okay. That's big enough. I don't want too big a wing. And that's pretty much it. I've actually got a lock kit on it. This is it's the Pole Performance one. I'll put it up in there and you can see it. There you go, you can kind of see it there. So that's the Pole Performance kit. I think it's their mini kit, I think. But it pretty much replaces the whole hub. So you take off your OEM hub, and then they've got their own little arm. It's quite cool, it's quite lightweight. Quite similar to Wizard, a Lock or Wisefab. It's, well, more similar to Wisefab because it's got all the cutouts on it and stuff. And I've got polyurethane lollipop at the back. And then I think it's E92 or something, track rod, and track rod end is just standard. I've also got yellow speed coilovers. This is all E46 stuff. You'll see it's all bolted different. So this is E36. I got this lock kit from Neil Young, my teammate. So I got that second hand, and also the coilovers that are actually new. But it's E36, same with the rear end. It's got the yellow speed on it as well, but they're not true coilovers. So yeah, I've got back arms to go on it as well, camber arms, but yeah, at the back, pretty much camber arms at the back, and I'll put a shorter ratio diff in it, and this one's already welded, but I'll put a shorter ratio, that'll be better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's just, I would say this is like the ultimate little daily car. You know, it's got all the right bits, it's got a lock kit. It's actually, this is a 3 litre, I haven't even said. This is a 3 litre in here. It's currently got an oil leak, quite a bad oil leak on the rocker cover. The oil nut is also not been touched, so I need to go and wire lock that and Loctite it, make sure that doesn't come off. But it's got a new radiator on it. It's got a competition clutch in it. I can't remember the make of it, but Craig McLeod fitted it. It's on his channel, he did it, so I know it's in there. It's got a light and flywheel, and it's got a remapped ECU, so it's got all the stuff to be a really good party car, and also it gets me to work, so that's a bonus. So what I'm gonna do now is just change the rocker cover. It's pretty boring, but I'm gonna leave the video there, and you guys can go watch another video of mine if you want, somewhere up here, and I'm gonna do this rocker cover and probably cry because it's wet and cold and miserable outside, and I'm in here. I'm gonna have a beer.
It's not racist at all, no, not at all.